All right, gorgeous ones. All right, so that's right. It's time for a palette review, and we are going to be talking about the Sponjac Caftan palette today. So it's gonna be, we're gonna talk about it, talk about the colors, what I think about them. Also, this look is going to be at the end, so you can stay tuned for that if you want to see how I made this look happen. Also, if you are new and you're coming in, do not forget to go look in the description box for my 1K giveaway. It is ending at July 31st, so there's still some days to enter, and you want to enter. Thank you. All right, so if you would like to hear about this palette, don't go anywhere. Be right back. So I have to be honest, sometimes my intros suck, and I think this one does, so, and I'm struggling with it, so I just said screw it. So I hope it's not too bad. But anyway, let's talk about this palette, the Sponjac palette. This is the Caftan palette. I actually bought two palettes. For people who don't know, I bought the two palettes. I bought the Caftan, and I bought the Moroccan. Now, I am not going to be reviewing the Moroccan right now. The reason being is that it's more of a fall palette, so I'm really not rocking it right now, but this is how it looks. But I have used it, and I do like this one also, just so you know. Spoiler alert, this is a great palette too. But I'm focusing on the Caftan because this is I just love these colors. Look at those colors. I just love them. And they're so in my vibe right now, because I'm really feeling, you know, bold, colorful looks, you know. But this one is, so let's just talk about it. So first off, let me say this company is called Sponjac. They are a French company. If I'm not mistaken, this is cruelty free. I think it is cruelty free. I'll have to look that up again, and I'll say if it is or not, but I'm pretty sure it is. And so these are the two palettes that they just came out with. This is they have 0.20 grams total of product in here. Now this is a little bit smaller, even though the pans look really large. That says they're a little bit less than some of the palettes that I have already, because this is a 18 you know, pans, and it's 0.2 grams. However, being quite honest, I probably still won't use them all, so I'm good at 0.2 grams or 0.7 ounces. So it's not, you know, even though these pans look really large, I don't think they're as dense as, you know, they're as deep as some are by other companies. Just saying that. Now let me tell you about how it arrived. First things first, because we are in America, and you know, dealing with companies from out of, you know, overseas, you know, it's always a little challenging. You always have this little kind of trepidation, especially if they're not a really well-known established company like Voiceover or something that you hear about a lot. So I want to say that the shipping process was really quick with them. I have ordered in other companies, and they've taken a little bit longer. When this one was really, they were really quick. I think I ordered around, I want to say June 25th. I know I got it on July 7th. I think it was around 7, maybe, no, it might have been later than that. It might have been the 9th, but you have to take into account the 4th of July holiday was in the middle of the week, so it affected, you know, movement. So it actually hit America around July 3rd. It didn't take, so that was the day before the 4th. I didn't get, so that was a Tuesday, so I didn't get it till that Monday. I probably could have got it on Saturday if for the fact that there was a holiday. Now, this is what, let me do this. This is what it came in. You know, it's got its travel documents and everything in here. And then when I opened it up, now when I saw this, I was a little worried, because I was like, ooh, okay, because it wasn't in a full box. And then when I opened it up, they were each in one of these envelopes. And I opened them up, and I was like, ooh, these are not, I mean, like, honestly, it doesn't seem like it would hold them well, because it's not like some envelopes that have, you know, the padded envelopes. This seemed kind of thin. So when I started opening up, I was concerned, but they were fine. They, you know, I didn't have any breakage at all. They were perfect when I opened them up, so I cannot complain about it. I'm just telling you, that's the way they do ship, which was a little problematic for me. which was a little scary for me when it came. Now the total cost I paid for both of them, because I honestly don't remember, one was like 19.99 euros, one was 25 euros. However it worked out, all I know is that at the end of it all, I paid like $53 US for both palettes and shipping. So that's how much they cost me. Both palettes were and shipping were $53. Now I do remember that one cost less than the other, but I honestly cannot tell you which one. I would have to look it up, and I'll put the prices down. I'll put the prices, the euros, down in the description box too. Alright, so now let's just talk about this palette. Now first off, it's gorgeous. I mean, look at that color story. And it has, let me see, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mattes. So it has 5 mattes in here out of the 18. And then it has some that are like more satin and soft shimmers. So then it has 1, 2, 3, well, I'm sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mattes. And then it has some that are more soft shimmers, like this organza, that pink. It doesn't come off too metallic. So it has a few that are less metallic, so that they can like transcend and can be actually used as crease colors, because they're not so sharply metallic. So let's just talk about these. I'm not going to go through and swatch every one, but I will swatch a lot of them. Now, let me go through the first row. Now, the mattes are gorgeous. They are pigmented. They don't have a lot of fallout, you know, kick up. Now, of course, you're going to have some kick up, but it's not to the level of, like, say, ABH, like the Modern Renaissance and everything. You know, that kind of kick up. It has some kick up, which is normal, because you don't want it to be too hard that you can't pick it up on the brush. But they blend out beautifully, and they don't muddy. So, you know, they blend well with each other, and they keep their colors, and they don't muddy with each other. And they're very pigmented, and you know, they're very, and you'll see in the video that they're so easy to work with. Now, I will say I love the mattes. The mattes are gorgeous, very beautiful mattes. The only shadow that is not as what I expected or as vibrant as I wanted it is Caftan, this first one right here, and that's one of the ones I really wanted. So let me show you how it comes out on the hand. Let me see if you can see it, if I can get this right. Oh. So I'm gonna put it on my hand, and you're gonna see it right there, right? And so if I swatch it, it's pretty. It's a pretty color, but it's not as intense and as vibrant as I thought it would be, even when I use a wet brush. I think I did another look, and if I have the other look that was more purpley, I'll put it up there, because I think I did something like that. I'll have to check my pictures, to be quite honest. Okay, and so that's that right there. So that is, I will say that is the only one that is slightly disappointing. It's not that it doesn't come on, but it's just not as vibrant and as an intense as I expected or wanted it to be, to be this beautiful, beautiful, you know, lavender, you know, very metallic. And see, if you see it, it's a sheen, it's a shimmer, it's not a true metallic. There are true metallics in here, but a lot of these are more a shimmer not a metallic. So it has shimmer shades, it has metallic shades, which is very good in a palette, because then it gives you options on how you can apply your makeup. So on the first row, these purples are intense and beautiful. No lies, no lies, no lies. You will see that right there. One swipe, you see that? That's the color you're going to get. So these, and this is the way they build up. They're beautiful. They don't, you know, they're beautiful on. Now the next ones is the Jacaranda and Andalus, and I really love those colors. This is a nice pink. Now see, this one is a shimmer, but it comes on a lot more intense and easier than the Caftan. Let me give y'all some light so you can see. So you can see that. See how that is? So that one works the way I expected it to. It's not super metallic. It's a shimmer, but if if you spray your brush, you're gonna get some really nice intense colors with it. All right, next up, let's talk about and then right here is this color. I love Sultana, and it's this like mauve, a light mauve color. Really good for transition in the upper brow. I can't talk today, y'all. Upper brow bone. Did I say that right? Okay. Upper brow. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Right up here. That's a beautiful color. And the thing is with this is that even though it has a lot of vibrant colors, they do work together, and they gave you enough of a, you know, the mattes are neutral enough that you can do something with, but they gave you some colors in the mattes. For instance, right here, this organza, even though this, when you look at it, it has some gold shimmer in, the gold shimmer really doesn't show up, so it's more of a matte. So this is a really pretty color to play with on your, you know, this gives you, it's got a little gold flecks, but not enough to really talk about. So I personally use this as a matte, and there's nothing better than that of a hot pink matte. And then also down here is a car, and this is like this melony color. This light is like not doing what we need it to do. Let's do like this. Is that good? Nope. Okay, it's gonna give you this melony color, right? And this is so beautiful on the eye. So it's like a melony coral color. Now, to be honest, now the other ones that are more shimmers that I like more of a shimmer is the blue, which is Gandora right there, and the green, which is Malachite. That's one of the prettiest colors, and I know everybody loves that color. So I'm going to show it to you, and that's it. And so when you're using it, you're going to get a nice, beautiful shimmer, but it's not going to be such an intense metallic. And when you spray it with some Fix Plus or some spray, it's going to really pop. I actually have that on my eyes now. It really gives it a nice pop to it, but it's not so intense that it's intimidating to wear. Because I know, like, for some people, they want to wear these type of colors, but they're scared that they're going to be too much on the eye. And this is nice on the eye without it being so intense that it's like uncomfortable. Next up is Gandora, which is this color right here. This, you know, blue is the color this season. Blue is everywhere. These blues are everywhere, and that blue is calling your name. That blue is calling your name. And so it gives you the colors you need. So if you are looking to do something like with color, and this is a nice one because it's not so intimidating with the bright yellows and the deep greens and things like that, where it's very, and the too many blues and things like that, like I like. This is good because it gives you those, plus it gives you enough neutrals that it's a comfortable balance that you can make something happen. Now when it comes down to the really intense metallics, these right here are the ones that are super intense and metallic. Kirat, which is that gold, and you always want to have a really gold, you know, if you're gonna have a gold, you want it to be gold, and this is gold. Look at that. That is gold, y'all. That is a gold right there. And so you want it on, you know, if you're gonna wear gold, you want some gold. You want your gold to look like that, right? You want that gold to come in like that. And I gotta work on this. You want your gold to look like that. That's the way you want your gold to look like. The other ones that are really beautiful is the Tacchita right there. I think that's how you say it. And that is right here. That's that coppery color. You gotta have a copper. You gotta, and this is like a beautiful reddish copper, like more red than like some that are more browny, have more brown undertones. This is a serious red copper right there. So it gives you a beautiful color right there. Also Johara, and I really love Johara because I'm not necessarily into the bright golds, but I love a good burnished gold. I love one that looks like a little antique gold, and that's a good antique gold on your skin. So it's kind of got that antique gold to it, so it's not as bright as this one. So there's those balance, those differences for people who like different types of colors. Oh, sorry, gotta get this stuff off me. Now, I think I'm actually doing all of them. Now, the other colors that I really know, the one thing I will say, because some people say, it doesn't have super dark brown. The brown in here is like a medium tone, which is balletti right here. And to be quite honest, I don't need a deep brown. If I want one, I have enough stuff that has super deep browns that I'm okay without it having one. But this is a nice chocolatey brown that will give you that color that you need. I'm sorry if it looks chalky. That's because I just wiped my hand with a makeup remover, so it's a little not perfect. But like I said, these come on creamy. They're not dry when you deal with them. And did I forget to even mention the packaging? But you can see the packaging. The packaging is so freaking gorgeous, y'all. Look at that packaging. The packaging is gorgeous, and sometimes packaging counts. Okay, but anyway, back to what I was saying. And finally, and then you have this acai right here, which kind of is like a green, is this beautiful green to play with, and I have that on my eyes too, actually. So that's a metallic and has a green shift. It's a green gold to it. Delicious, delicious, I tell you. And of course, you got to have a little silver in here. So the silver in here is called Taj, which is right here. I've played with this a little bit, but that's about it. Okay. And there's that Taj right there. Buttery, feels like butter. So those are all the, so this is the Caftan by Sponjac. I'll be honest with you, I love it. You know, and y'all know when I love something, because I talk about it a lot, and I know I've talked about this quite a bit in, you know, my lives and everything, because I think it's a really good palette for the price. And you know, it's very surprising because we never heard of this company. I actually have, you know, looked them up online, and no one's really talking about them. They're a French company. No one is coming for the caftan except for some French YouTubers. But I want to tell you, you need to get this right here. You need this in your life. It is so pretty. So would I say get it? Yes, I would. And I will even say this is good for beginners, because we were just talking about beginners in my Facebook group. This is a good beginner palette for somebody who wants to play with colors, because they work so easily, and you would be able to create looks with them, and it wouldn't be difficult to get a blend. It wouldn't be difficult to get the payoff that you want when you're doing it. Now remember, it can be a little, you know, you do need to work on the blend, but you know, all in all, I think this is a wonderful palette. I think it's a great price. I think that it's worth buying. I really do, and I honestly think they're both worth buying. I will be doing a thorough Moroccan palette review, but I'm gonna wait a little bit longer until next month sometime, because this is more of a, you know, this is more of a fall palette. So I'm gonna give it, you know, let it sit. But if you want to order now, just go ahead and order them both. I'm telling you this now. LuuLuu says buy them both. They're worth it. So now, next up is this look. So go ahead. So if you would like to see how I created this look, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. All right, so let's get to doing this voiceover. So the first color I'm working with is Akar. That's what I'm using as the transition color. This is one of the, it's like a reddish corally color. Comes up like a little pink undertone. So it's a really pretty color, you know, especially when you're dealing with things like purple. So it's a really nice transition color to, you know, blend those out with. Now I will say the mattes, like I said, work really well. They're so easy to work with. You don't have to, you know, work really hard to get a nice pigmentation. Next up is Gandora. I'm using that in the crease. I'm using a smaller blending brush just to keep that in my crease and I go in my high crease, because I do a really high crease. My crease is pretty high, y'all. So if you see it like that, I'm like, dang, why is she going so high? Trust me, my crease is pretty high. take a little more Acara on the top just to make sure that the blend is, that the two are blending well. Alright, next up I'm using Mobra, I guess, and that's the darkest purple in the pan, in the palette, and I'm using that for my outer V and just up into my crease, just about halfway up, third up, and I'm using that to deepen my corner, because a lot of times everyone feels like you need to use a black or a brown to deepen the corner, and you do not. If you have a deep, like purples or blues, if you have deep colors and they complement the colors that you're actually using, they work just fine. And so I'm going back in with the Gandora just to make sure that I have a good blend with the Mobra, and then taking a clean brush, just cleaning it up, making sure they're all blended well so there's no harsh lines. Alright, so I'm going to go off and cut my crease. And now I'm back with a cut crease. I did a half cut crease. So what I'm doing now is I am putting on the Sriracha, which is that deep green shimmer. I'm using that on the outer half of the lid. And I did spray my brush with a little spray, just so I could get a nice intensity to the color. They go on fine without it, but of course they're not as intense. So you can use your finger, it's up to you. Next up, I'm using Malachite, and I'm using that in the inner half of my lid. Now what I'm actually going to wind up doing though is I'm going to go over the Sriracha, the dark green, with the Malachite, because I want to give it a layered effect and give more, lighten up the Sriracha and give it a more, and that's an easy way to create a nice beautiful blend if you're blending too. If they're similar colors, take the lighter one over the darker one, and then you get a different color and so forth. Alright, so now I'm gonna clean this all up, get it all together, and then I'm gonna go on and put my makeup on, and now we're gonna do the under eye. And so I'm taking Acara across the whole under eye, and then I'm going to take Mobra and use that. Now what I forgot to show you all is I used Caftan in the inner corner, and you'll see that in the when I finish and reveal. Alright, so here's the finished look. I have to say I absolutely love it. It came out so good. I posted this on IG and people said it was like a peacock. I just thought it was a half cut crease, but it said it was like a peacock effect. So if you like it, let me know. Give me a thumbs up. Leave any comments, of course, in the description. And if you're new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So it's your LuuLuu. Be bold, be brave, be fearless, be free. Have a great day.